Hello. Welcome back. Some AC Valhalla. Gonna have to give a hammer to this guy because he said he's misplaced it and we found it. I think this is just a drinking contest. Oh no, it's not. We're here because I want to do the challenge.
Ah, look at you, big and tall. What's your name?
Eivor, of the Raven Clan.
Eivor, of the Raven Clan. Come here, come closer.
Flighting.
Do you like to drink?
As I like breathing.
And do you like to flight?
I do.
Well, listen. Here these folk aren't impressed by the speed of your thinking. They will only respect you for how much you're drinking. If you're sober, then leave, for there's naught here for you.
Oh, it's drink and flight?
Oh, I'll shut your big mouth while I finish my brew.
That's the spirit. Now make your wager. The ale's free to those who flight.
I'll buy you a round with my winnings. How's that?
Ha! I like this one. Are you ready? What about one more drink before we begin? For luck.
For luck.
Your face is a wreck. You're a blight on the Norse.
Your face brings to mind the arse end of a horse.
Brilliant! 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 Yes! Have another drink. Yes! Here's the next one. You're a pig-headed, ugly excuse for a Dane.
Well, you're thick-skulled and loathsome and lacking a brain.
You're brilliant. You're
Really?
the smartest person I've ever met.
You hold your own.
Let's have another.
Hey, Skulls. How's it going?
I'm a champion, a winner. I'll claim the top prize.
You can brag a proper
What?
ruse lies.
That was the most incredible flighting
What
I've
was
heard
that?
in all my years. You are a wonder.
I'd say the same of you, friend.
Ivor, you're too
Cheers for
drunk.
Eivor, the most masterful wordsmith in all of England.
Sweet.
Where's that husband of yours?
Yo, I don't feel too good. I mean, I'm good, but Eivor doesn't too good. I should have started earlier today, but I didn't. I did play AC yesterday for like 3 hours.
The poor log worries me so.
Are these fishes along Scarborough shore beneath the tower?
I'm trying to get through this. It's taking a very long time.
That's foolish.
Yeah, in general I'm doing well. I've got some time off from work, just taking it easy. A bit cold where I am, but I'm rugged up. Working yesterday? Oh, okay. Hope everything's going smoothly for you. Hang on, let me adjust my mic here. Yeah, I'm like taking quite a while to get through this this mission. So I'm up to the bit where the guy lost his hammer and I gotta get it back to him. He's like the king or something. It's a bit confusing. There's some intrigue and mystery and betrayals and all sort of things. Yeah. think I feel like I say this all the time. I feel like I got 25 hours left in this game, but it feels like there's a lot more. Every time I say there's 25 hours left, it feels like there's a lot more. Getting stuck. You can't open door and collect things. Oh, is there a bug? Can't collect and open doors and more. Is that a bug, or is that only a specific place you can't do that? It's not a specific place, is it? Oh, it's a bug. Dang, dude. Sorry to hear that. That sucks. Are you playing on PC? Or you're playing on, I forgot. Are you playing PlayStation? Xbox? Oh, okay. Dang, dude. When did this start happening? Recently? Oh, they changed the key. It's not escape anymore. It's backspace. Weird. Recently it happened. Maybe it's the patch that messed it up. Because this was like a big patch recently. Hopefully it'll be alright. Like, can you reload like a previous save or something? Or is it you're too far in, you don't have a previous save? You can get a PC? Oh, cool. Cool, man. What PC you gonna get? Don't know. Oh, I hear something. There it is. I built my own, so it's kind of hard to say. But my computer is fairly old now. It's like, I have to say maybe 4 years old. But in terms of a video card, they're expensive. Like a 3080, that's over $1,000 right now. 1,300 US dollars. But yeah, video card, I mean, I haven't researched anything yet, so I can't give you an option. I don't want to accidentally say something incorrect. We'll do this top thing first, and then we'll come back down. Yeah, I built my own, but that was a while back. I'm not very confident about it now. The scariest part for me was trying to put the CPU on the motherboard, and then the big fan on the CPU. I didn't use any cooling or anything, only water cooling. So you're gonna do that? That's cool, man. Yeah, it's a good experience to build your own machine. You haven't thought about the parts? Last night I started playing Red Dead 2. Only an hour and a half in. That game plays very differently from what I'm used to. Have you thought about what video card you want to get? Yeah, right now I'm using a 2060 RTX. It's not bad, does the job. I was planning to get a
The lighthouse. Halfton awaits.
3080. You play a game too? Oh, okay. Do you like it? Do you prefer that game over Valhalla, or they're just very different? You like both?
This hammer is not meant to be thrown, Halfton. Remember that next time.
My father, Ragnar, he gifted this to me. Took it off a Finnish chief. Still warm with blood when he handed it to me. I had 14 winters.
Ragnar Lothbrok was a great king.
A Finnish arrow killed my mother. A shield maiden she was. As fierce as a wolf swallowing the sun. My father swore to kill the men who took her from us. And he did. 14 against 1. But that was years ago in the east. And this is the west, where my father lies dead. A pile of bones in a pit of snakes.
And here we are, still telling stories of his life and deeds.
How did my brother die?
Ivar murdered an innocent man. A good man. He earned the death I gave him.
If the codes of honor demanded his death, you did what had to be done. Beonton, my boy! Come here, boy!
A dog always forgives. But he needs you home. All of Northumbria does.
Do a last thing for me. Light the beacon for all to see, and let it burn.
Okay, we'll do. I'm gonna get back up there again. Oh yeah? So do you prefer Valhalla? Yeah, like Red Dead, I'm still haven't gotten into it properly yet. You know, I'm still at the snow place at the very beginning. There's a lot of different buttons to do different things. It's better you prefer Valhalla? Yeah, Valhalla's got its own thing, isn't it? Oh, it's there. Oh, that's good. It's good to know, man. No, that's cool. Yeah, it's a personal opinion for a lot of things, isn't it? Like, games, yeah. It's usually personal opinion. Like, it's hard for me to say at this time which one I prefer. Because, yeah. I haven't played enough Red Dead yet, and I'm very, you know, used to Assassin's Creed type games. I mean, the recent ones, so I find them to be very comfortable for me to play. Oh, this is not right, is it? Yeah. Oh, what? Oh, I gotta hit it with an arrow. Not that it matters. Yeah, I find AC games to be like a comfort food for me.
Thank you, friend. You are always welcome at my home.
What was that? Did he just... Oh, there he is. Yeah, like Redemption, Red Dead Redemption 2, there's like a lot of buttons to pick things up, and you drop your gun, there's another button to pick up the gun. But then, having said that, Days Gone is sort of like that. You have one button to pick things up, one button to pick up the weapon. There was something else as well, which makes it, I don't know, it feels like there's quite a bit of involved interaction with that game. Maybe I'm just not very used to it. So is this it? Are we done? Are we done with this area? Have you looked online to see why you can't open doors and collect things? What? Oh, this is a different thing. Yeah, these are all the other quests. I'm interested in that. Alright. Oh, we got some new stuff. Yeah, it just had like a 20 gig update. So this is the new stuff. Oh, did you hear they've introduced a one-handed sword? So I don't know where to collect that. I think you gotta do the challenges to collect it. Wolf Warrior. Aww. Oh, that was what I wanted, I think. Oh, we got a spam bot just now. Ireland. Oh, okay. Is that the next area? I haven't even done that. Oh, what? That's a good one. Let's grab that. 220. 220, man. Oh, is that a DLC? Did you get the DLC? Maybe in England or Norway. Right. Maybe it is a it's not a DLC. Okay. 340. Oh man. So that's where I'll be going next. Gloucestershire. Am I even pronouncing that right? What? I missed out on that area? The heck? How did I miss that? There's still Nottinghamshire. So we're done with this. And then we got, oh yeah, we got that. What the? Oh, that's part of an area I didn't even bother going to. Yeah, dude, check it out. Check out if you can. Maybe Google and see if other people have experienced the same problem as you with the, you know, unable to open doors and stuff. Did I see a really cool screenshot? Oh no, that was mine. Oh. Alright, let's head back. I feel like I missed something. I feel like I missed something very important. I don't even know what it is. I've had this game crashed on me before. Like a few times. Yeah, I started using the transmog system, so my gloves looks like this one. And my shield looks like this. But that's not... That's just the skin. I like the gloves. The gauntlet. Things like that. Yeah, I haven't got the sword yet. The single-hand sword. So I'll be interested to see what that's like. I don't know if you can actually get them from anywhere else. Let's check the store with Rita.
Good to see you.
What do you have today?
Ooh. Oh, he doesn't have the sword. What is this? I don't even use heavy shield though. Figurehead. Man's best friend. Deals bonus damage when completely unarmed. Look at this armor. It looks awesome. Well, from here it does. How much does it cost? 120. Dang, dude.
I must
next
take
time.
my leave. So long.
I wonder if those
You
they.
go on, I'll still be here.
I wonder if those items like rotate around after a period of time, or do they just disappear forever?
Eivor, takk fyrir síðast.
Hello.
Hey there, how are you?
Hey, mouse. Let's save it. What? What's this? What's this? Uber. Hold up. What's this Uber quest? Nope. That's something else. What is this? Is this a side thing? Feels like it's a side thing, man.
Uber Ragnarsson. You're a long way from your king's side.
Eivor.
Sigrid just walked off.
Yes, a long stroll through the hills and fields of Mercia. Also, I could thank you
Thank me.
for sending my brother to his just reward. In spite of the harm he caused you and everyone around you, I could not keep him in line in this life. But I have no doubt the Old Father will put him to good use in the next.
A darkness followed your brother, one I am not sure he understood. But as you say, he is now where he belongs.
He is. And as a show of my thanks, I came to offer you a gift. A token of my respect.
But I did.
Thank
Oh,
you.
he's talking about
Put it to
Ivar.
good use, Wolf-Kissed. And may we meet again soon.
I didn't send
On a
him.
battlefield if the fates are kind.
Okay. Thanks, Uber. Yeah, I didn't send him to Asgard. Silver ring. I didn't send him to Asgard. I denied him his axe. What the heck? So what did I get? Huh? He gave me a ring. Oh, is that it? What? He gave me a ring and that's it? Silver ring. Unless I'm mistaken. It's not even part of the collectibles. But you can't even use it. That's why it's not part of collectibles. Exotic resource. I don't know what that is. Alright. Yo.
Good day.
Can we... Oh, I can't even talk across from this table. Alright.
I want to see the Alliance map.
Gloucestershire it is.
What transpires in Gloucestershire?
You may have noticed that Gunnar
Gloucestershire.
has disappeared from his forge. He has traveled to Gloucestershire in search of a wife.
A wife?
He is in love.
When did this happen?
When doesn't this
Oh,
happen
yeah,
with our
this
dear
bit.
lovelorn blacksmith? But there is a bright side. He has asked you to join him,
Join his search for a wife?
and see that he does not make a fool of himself. I believe he thinks that your presence would bolster his image.
Alright. I will pledge for Gloucestershire. My caption.
All right, I'll be Gunnar's keeper, if only to bring him back in one piece.
Very generous of you. Make for the town of Gloucester. You will find him there.
My caption says something else. Alright. Thanks. Have we got letters? Nope. Haven't even bothered update. What the? It felt like I just got like rubber band out of that room. Yeah, I haven't bothered updating my base at all. This always happens, and then that happens. Nice. Okay, let's go to... What was it again? Oh, it's down there. What's the fastest route? Horsa. Did I not fight against Horsa? I mean, we could give it a shot. Should I use the hammer? We could give it a try. What is this? Whoa, what's up with that sky? Looks messed up. Oh, oh. Get out of here. I just want this. Get out. Oh, I just want this. Alright, stop messing around. Oh. It fell off. Alright. I hope I picked up all them resources. It'd be annoying if I didn't. I get a feeling I didn't pick everything up. Now let's go fight this this person. You're throwing rocks at me? What? Alright, buddy. Let's do this. Welcome back, dude. Welcome back. Just saw me finish off this guy.
No sunlight reaches where you are going. May you bathe in serpent skins. Your name, Frown Horde, Quick the Dead, whatever it may be, is stained forever.
My name is Horsa. I left silver in the mouth of my home. Please say that it is spent well and frivolously. I must come for you.
Who? Oh, you. Are you sure you want to fight me? After you... Oh, okay. After he saw me fight that guy, he still wants to fight me. Bad choice. Bad life choices. So, who did I just messed up my mouse. Orsa. The Lathe. Zealots, that's it. Oh, I still got this side. I cannot believe I got Fuke. That's interesting, and Fuke's not there. Gorm. Oh, I think I let Gorm walk away, maybe? I think there was a quest about looking for... Oh no, I'm thinking of something else. I'm getting all mixed up with another open world game. The cult. The Peace Cult or something? Forever Peace Cult? That was days gone. It's not this. This is something else. All these names. The Ancients. The Hidden Ones. What's the other one? Red Fireband, oh, something like that. That was like another different secret society. What the? Oh, that's right. We've got a bit of a ride. Bit of a ride. We can go there first. Let's save this before it breaks. So now we can go for a leisurely ride, eh? Oh, there's like a fight you could do with a creature here, but I'm not gonna do that. Those creature fights are pretty dang tough. Oh, since we've got the skills, eh? Where did it go? Gain as long as you remain in conflict. That's pretty good. Miasma. What's the other new one? I thought there was a new one. Is it this? What? Passively regenerate recent health loss after a short delay. Yes, please. That's pretty good. Oh, what? Oh. 222, alright.
Here!
Oh, some free arrows. Thank you. Oh, I still haven't upgraded my horse yet. Yeah, I was saying before, you could check online to see if other people have the same problem as you, not being able to open up doors in this game on Xboxes. Because that's annoying. I don't know if it's gonna happen to me, but you never know. I had problems not being able to put like bombs on corpses. So I had to remap it, but that was from before this big 20 gig patch. I don't think they fixed it. It's very annoying that it happens. Oh. See that freeze? That was scary. You just don't know what's gonna happen. It might just break itself. Dang, this looks beautiful. Should have taken a screenshot earlier on. That was a perfect opportunity. It's very hard to go back to the place that looked really good because sometimes the day or night cycle makes it look quite different. Gives it a different mood. I don't know if you can change the day and night cycle in photo mode. You could in Odyssey, I believe. I don't know about this one. Oh, we got some lovely ores right here. Wait, hold up. I think the spear is my go-to weapon now. I used it in Origins. Oh, here we go, another one. Used it in Origins for the reach. What I don't really like about this one is you can't like change your weapon, as in like on the fly. I think the previous one you can like swap around, or am I mistaken? It's been a while. No, Odyssey you can't switch them around. See, I think in Origins you can like swap between your Predator bow? Or am I getting that mixed up? What?
Dark spirits torment this land.
Oh. Something, right? Something, right? Dark spirits. What is happening over there? See, it would be nice if you could zoom all the way out like that. I don't know if you could see it. In the distance, there was something flashing across the sky. Where the heck is it? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was just a graphical glitch. I thought I saw it. It was somewhere over there. No, there. Yeah. Maybe it was just a thunderstorm. I don't know. Oh, we've got some ores. Yeah, I don't think you can change the day and night cycle. There's something zen about taking photos at certain things. Not at certain things, at certain time in the game. It's just a mood to it. So what's going on here? Oh, there's a key. Is it... What is going on? I don't want to loot that. Save that. Oh, I think I've only done one of these before. Destroy the cursed. It's another key. What the heck is going on? Are these effigies? It's inside. Oh, something's causing this miasma. I've gone to Sabrina's spring to bring back cleansing of sickness that has overtaken this land. If I do not return, know that I love you and I tried. The curse was stronger than my feet. Do I just... Fireworks. You don't have...
That's better.
You don't have to find a special way of doing it. Do I want to loot your chest? I feel bad. What's in here? Is it gear? Wait, where the heck? Doesn't... I don't wanna steal your things. Oh look, there's a cat. Pet the cat. Good kitty. The big cat. I say that all the time. Alright, I'll leave your things alone. Cleansed. Jeez, this place is messed up. Alright, let's continue on with our journey. Oh, someone got messed up there. Yeah, I don't think you can change the time of the day in the screenshot. Photo mode. Oh, the photo mode in Red Dead 2 is whacked. Not whacked, like when you save it, it doesn't save it as a recognizable format. I mean, you could try to rename it. I found out where it is, I had to look it up. But I think you have to rename it to PNG or JPEG. It has no format extension when you take a photo in Red Dead 2. Very odd. A long journey, but enjoy the views. What's cool about... One of the things that I thought was cool in Red Dead 2 is the ability to change the camera distance. Who's this guy? Is it this guy? 280? Get out of here. No, I'm cool, man. Yeah, he's way too high for me. He or she is way too high for me at this time. Oh, there's another thing up there. Oh, there's a thing down there as well. We might as well do this one. Just with the closest. Alright, here we go. Sorry, it might be a bit noisy here. I say that all the time, but it's for those that aren't aware. Oh, look at that. See, I like the rolling hills in this game. Like, I'm not into the medieval setting. The rolling hills. I like them. I like them. So there is another one down there. I like the glow that's in the city, in the town there. That's very cool. Sense of warmth, civilization. But at the same time, perhaps intrigue, mystery, and danger, risk. It's hard to try to capture that in a screenshot. I tried before, but I don't think I got the lighting right. Might have made it way too bright for the foreground type thing, if that makes sense overall. I wanted the town, the glow of the town to pop, but I don't think I ever got that right. Excuse me. I dismounted a bit too quickly. Other thing about Red Dead 2 is I have to be very, very careful with Arthur Morgan. He's not Ivor. Like, I don't want him to fall off and that. It's very easy to just fall off with him. If I'm not careful. Same as with the horse. Oh, there's a bed of leaves to jump down. Oh, excuse me. Sorry for your loss.
Survey the area, Sunan.
can't even slide properly anymore. What the heck? Hey, I heard some other guy repeating those words before. Is it a meme? Alright, let's save it. Meme of the medieval days.
Eivor!
There you are, Gunnar. And with a smile I haven't seen in some time.
Wait, what was that?
Eivor! Thought I smelt you on the wind.
Gunnar, with the speed you left home, I thought you'd been carried off by Valkyries.
I have. This Valkyrie right here. Bridget. My own heart's root. Meet Eivor.
It takes a rare woman to nail down our Gunnar.
Lavendine da, with my Zigrili.
Good to meet you as well. How did you find a woman in these backwoods?
She came through the settlement selling runes, outshone every stone in her satchel. She offered me a trade, a rune for a brooch I was making. I got a better deal. But she loves the ugly little thing.
Have you a family, Bridget?
Nath mom and dad carried Devin Gillid and Anun. Couldn't help druise me.
Bridget Manpower, the last high priestess and elderman. They since passed on. But the current elderman looks out for her.
I should like to meet this elderman of yours, if our kinfolk are to be joined.
A union forged in love. Come, we go find him. Oh, and don't blame me if he's heard a tale or two about you. What about it, Bridge?
Dim jolch. You two bags of air sich o gwmpas gilydd. That Eivor gal clis llawn.
Right, no daylight to waste then, huh?
I wonder what dialect that is. Is like...
So the Elderman may have heard a tale or two about my exploits.
Not all from me. Your name will be on the lips of every skull for years to come.
And the merchants here are not unsettled by lurking Vikinger.
They come from all over to celebrate Samhain. Most are too busy with the festivities to pay us mind.
Samhain? Is that what these carved roots are for? This tradition?
Aye. Faces cut into lanterns to ward off evil spirits and guide children home.
They have a haunted look about them.
Oh.
Let's bring a few back.
Pumpkins. Pumpkin heads. Is this where the tradition came from? Interesting. A Halloween. You got told off. Interesting. Oh, look at that. Huh, interesting.
There is the Elderman. Kunan!
A good leader, seeing to his people's needs. Let us join hands when his task is done.
Yeah. Then let's introduce you to Tevdur.
I wonder if it's like a pagan
Hands as clammy
pagan
as a dead haddock,
practice.
but his heart is in the right place. And he'll be Elderman after Kunan. Tevdur, this is Eivor, my chieftain.
Ah, yes. The way Gunnar speaks, I expected,
Me to ride in on a winged horse, cure the sick and the blind. His compliments are as blunt as his hammer.
Ah, more pagans crowding our table.
We're the pagans.
Just lovely.
Apparently.
Well, what brings you here?
That's right. I think for certain back then, I think the I could be completely wrong. I think their perspective from the Christians is that anyone that's not Christians are pagans. I don't know. What's your problem? You're the next alderman?
I'm here to hasten my friend's marriage and drink my weight in ale. If friendship comes afterwards, then all the better.
And what has Dane friendship done for Christian Mercia? Unseated godright kings for puppet rulers?
Oh. He's in the cult? Maybe.
Apples! Eivor, wait until you try the cider. You like cider, eh? Tevder? Cider?
You must be Eivor. Tevder, I see you've welcomed our honored guest. Come just in time for my last Samhain.
At your behest. We welcome all pagans set upon God's own Gloucester.
Tevder, as your harvest king, I demand that you remove the turnip from your arse and be merry. So you've come to meet the family before you whisk my Bridget away to her life as a smithy's bride.
We're honored to have her join the Raven clan, but your lush landscape will be hard to match.
I must give away girl and land in this misty season, but Gunnar is a good man, and he speaks tirelessly of you.
If you will excuse me, I have matters to attend to.
Ah yes, the shrine. And with so many thieves and fangs on the path, a fellow may fall in God's service.
Kunon, I do not need a heathen escort.
Youth cut down in its prime, without even the memory of warm thighs and cider to sustain him in the afterlife.
Then by my honor, I shall not rest until I return him to you safely. Aye, Tevder?
I see I am outmatched. Though a Dane joining in praise to Saint Kenhelm, God will weep.
My lady love calls, Eivor. Oh, if you'd like to join us later, we're going hoodening this eve.
Hoodening?
Oh, may you have a fire-forged friendship. Watch for fairies, fenfolk, and fiends. I have a hand fastening to oversee, an apprenticeship to officiate, and a pig to slaughter.
Okay.
Well, shall we then?
Let's. Tell Wickerfire. Oh look, there's like
Samhain.
effigies and
Kunon
wickers.
humors these pagans too much.
Let's see.
It is the first thing gone when I am Elderman. Fires and magic. Spirits in the air. Gloucestershire has strayed from God's light.
People
Oh.
need carousing, especially before the winter frost. A festival brings warmth and cheer.
Oh,
God's light does not dim as the nights chill, but the winters are hard upon the children. Seeing them run around.
It lightens the heart. Are there priests in your lands? I've met a few, liked even fewer.
The profane has gone unchallenged here. I alone am the reformation. They are a flock in need of my shepherding.
And how will you lead this great renewal?
They will fill the church's pews, and we will thank him for all the gifts he brings. Not false idols of wood and clay.
And yet, are we going to pray at the idol of another? Is this Saint Kenhelm your god?
No, and we do not call him such. He is simply closer to the Lord's ear. Low in a mead of kine under a thorn, lieth poor Kenhelm, king-born. Is this land not beautiful, Eivor?
Aye.
Look, the path is untouched by danger, so your company is not needed.
You're a kinder man than the mask you wear. You won't be rid of me. I'll keep my word to Kunon for your safe return. I don't understand this Christian praying. I thank Odin while standing. Why get your knees dirty?
To humble ourselves before God. Besides, I've dirtied my knees doing worse.
That sounds like a tale I'd like to lend my ear to.
Please, Eivor, I must pray.
Should I watch or turn my back?
Oh Lord, gift upon this lowly servant your greatest gift. Patience.
I'll not have to interrupt your prayer to protect you, Teftir.
And yet you insist on doing so. What is it you are looking at? A hare?
Teftir, get to safety.
boars.
Find somewhere to hide.
Where did they come from?
Hmm.
Spell the swine! That was close.
We're gonna have a feast. A feast. Enough for the whole village and more. Was I supposed to do something else before I talk to him? I don't want to take from the shrine that they have here. I don't think there's anything else. Alright. Let's have a chat.
Eivor?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for saving my life.
It is good I was here to protect you. Maybe Cunan has the eyes of prophecy.
Splood, cloven-hoofed and sent by Lucifer himself. This land must be returned to God's grace.
More likely the shrine is in their territory.
Lord, we thank thee for your protection.
It's not safe here.
Give me my moment's prayer, Eivor. I ask only this.
We should return to Glowecester, unless you'd like to thank the little martyr here for tonight's feast.
I'm not a babe in the woods in need of constant guard. Go on without me.
I gave Cunan...
Yes, your word. And when I see him, I will say you protected me from being skewered upon those devil's tusks.
Alright.
Oh, and Eivor, I owe you a drink at least. Later, if you'd have one.
Sure.
Find me at the festivities.
You do know there's a boar. Okay. Be at peace. Oh look, there's fireflies. Can I grab them? Nope. Maybe I'm not close enough. You better not be assassinated or killed by animals while we're here, or, you know, bandits and whatnot, while we're not watching over them. Oh, the horse isn't like jumping into the river. Ow. Not from the dock.
Eivor, there you are.
Here I am.
So, what adventures did you find in my absence?
Escorted Tefter to the shrine of some Christian saint. Our path was not peaceful, accosted by a singular of boar.
Odd, but path na usually safe. To the Brevo.
But you saved his hide. I bet it was quite the sight, two of you as a pair.
Hmm.
How did Teftir become Cunan's successor? He speaks with his god's fire, but I do not quite believe it.
I watched the Egloi's father as Harden Calon Tefter. He believes Mavanade quite do.
Tragic that is. But I think the lad can still be molded, Eivor. You might be just the one to do that.
I need a drink.
Try the cider. It's from last year's apple harvest. Skull.
Skull.
Oh good, we get a different mug this time, not
So
that
you invited me to a hoodening. What mischief is this?
broken thing.
Sprudjan and creatures of the Vale. The bag for treats.
Glowecester gives their glut to otherworldly visitors, and if you dress as one, you'll get that bounty yourself.
Freely given. I've only seen such a thing done at feasts.
Then we turn you into a beastie and have you roam the hills, braying for sweets and drink.
It is like Halloween. Halloween?
It's hardly a disguise. Just a cloak and some bones.
Oh, that's a cool
Nonsense.
cloak.
You are the very spirit of the Mary Louved. Now, let's hooden.
So this is the
Become
hoodening?
Mary Louved, the spirit who sings for cake and ale. And you cannot have your cloak back until we leave.
I'll keep this covering. But even a knife to my throat could not make me sing on command.
Shame. I heard your voice clear as a bell. Larks fall from the sky in envy.
Gunnar, if no one else is dressed this way, I'll fill your shop with sheep.
Alright, trick-or-treat time. Sweet. Okay. Gunnar. Where... Look at these houses. I think there was some that looked like these, and they reminded me of, Hobbiton? Hobbitshire? No, it's not called Hobbitshire. But I'm sure that those houses were based on real ones, which is these, right?
That house for sure.
Sounds good. Trick or treat.
Are you ready to rhyme with me?
How did you open the door?
From my abode, there is an open veil.
Oh, we gotta do this?
Hope to gods this Mary Lewitt doesn't fail.
Oh, have a cake for your troubles then.
Yeah, thanks for the moldy cheese.
Are you playing the role of trickster spirit?
Can trickster spirits see? The eye holes in this mask are terrible.
All it takes is a mask and some sweet cakes to turn you into a gentle scald.
I am not going to sing, Gunnar.
Wait, what? Who's... What the... Must be a store, I guess. So we got moldy cheese. That's great. Ain't no cake to me. Is that what they call cake? Moldy cheese? What was I saying? I was saying something. Trick or treat.
Goody.
Oh, thank the gods. We've been waiting for children all night to empty our stores so we can go to the party. Have some extra.
Thanks. Moldy cheese again. 2 of them.
Lads getting into their cups, scaring the wee ones. Eivor, mighty warrior, knocker of doors, victor of cakes.
Moldy cheese.
How does it feel to pillage what is freely given?
A worthy haul, and a tradition worth keeping up.
I think I might change my cloak to this one later on, if they let me keep it. I'll change the I use the transmog thingy.
I have come to rhyme with you.
In the gloaming, see her roaming hidden neath the hood.
To each dwelling, fate foretelling. It's the Mary
I
Lewitt.
used that one before, didn't I?
Done.
Look at these cakes.
What
Sweet as
cakes?
honey, Gunnar. You should see this. Gunnar?
Gunnar?
My
I got
cakes.
more moldy cheese, Gunnar.
What do you see?
Moldy cheese? Gunnar?
Gunnar! Oh, damn deserter.
Take your false gods and piss off
Uh-oh.
back to your
Ow.
shit-smeared
Ow.
hovel.
What's going on?
You are either fearless or stupid, boy, to speak to someone of the Raven clan this way.
Fitting name for scavengers. Winged rats taking what isn't yours.
I'll pick out your eyes and feed them to your god.
Gunnar, we are guests here. Let him go. We can hood him more.
Whoa.
You seem to want your nose broken, so let me oblige.
Christ, him tall.
It's like some of the words is recognizable. Ooh. You want to fight both of us? Oh, ho, ho.
It's you lot we should be burning alive.
Are you sure you don't want to stay in Glowecester?
They know how to have fun.
This guy could take quite a beating.
Four spears.
Stay down.
Gunnar!
You alright, Gunnar?
Enough! Keep your brawls to the other side of the river. There's children about.
I don't answer to you, witch.
Thomas Fletcher, I brought you into this world, wiped your mother's birth blood from your face. Mind your tongue. Let's see that leg then.
It's nothing.
Careful with the old man. He's had many winters' worth of wounds.
Till Lucas. Modron's a gumpas to patch this land.
Your aid is welcome.
Men drown themselves in ale on Samhain. But I fear for the fragile peace when Tevder becomes eldermen.
With Dean and Fall. Regardless of Poisier Puar.
That man called you a witch.
I lead those who follow the old ways in Gloucestershire. But I offer my healing services on both sides of the river. Gwyneth, my love, go back to the house and bring me the garlic salve.
And the worms? Are we cleaning or cutting, Mother?
Worms?
Yes, grab the worms just to be safe. Now go, child. I promise not to cut it off before your return.
Give me strength.
My mam Modron is known am a humor towish gadran.
I'm glad you all finding my mortal injury so funny. Go, Eivor. Make merry and try to loosen Tevder's shoulders.
Modron, you do not have to save his leg. I'll understand.
That limb will be fine. But no medicine in England will stop the dribble from his mouth. I do not work miracles.
Thanks. Oh, are we keeping this cloak? Whoa, hold up. Oh, dang it. How does this work? All right. Gasp. Enjoy the fire, but don't get too close, dude. It's dangerous.
With bitter ale and sweet friends, that is a fine way to end a day.
Now there's a few people to talk to. Are these... It's like a competition or something?
I thought the church condemned this celebration.
I hate the church. Name's Gwarim, and I turned to God just 3 years back.
You look like a man with a past. What were you before you took up the cloth?
Me? A grain farmer. Had to take up the sword a few times to protect my crops.
What brought you to God?
You know you need to change after the third night you wake up breechless in pig shit, with no idea how you got there.
Do you like Gloucester?
Ah, 'tis a beauteous place. Shame they're losing their alderman.
Enjoy the festival, Gwillem.
Ah, perhaps a drink later.
Like, so if I change my cloak, this is gonna disappear. How do I even keep it?
Alone with your thoughts at last.
Eivor, perhaps. Every moment is sweeter when you are the Harvest King. All this bounty. Soon, I will join it. But eat, drink, enjoy all that Gloucester's lush woods offer.
Have you got more
Alone
to say?
with your thoughts.
Eivor, but eat.
Repeat. Any more? Guess that's it.
Eivor, there you are.
Tefter.
You're well met. Gwilym here has challenged my honor in a contest of drinks.
Oh, great.
Join us. The lad will be easy pickings.
Like the gods. Yes.
Give me a cup.
Some ale, then.
Better be a good cup.
Gwilym,
Oh, no.
the warrior monk. Now we can match wills with a flagon in hand.
Flagon,
Ale
that's
is
what it
known
is.
to blunt even the sharpest of blades, Eivor.
To holy hearts and humid eyes. It is the best drunkenness returns a man to royal reason. Skull.
We got the terrible looking mug. Flagon, is that what it's called? Oh, here we go. Do I have to do a quick time event game?
Be kissing a flagstone soon.
How many of these do we have to do?
So slow.
Oh!
I have seen babes in arms
Oops.
drink a hogshead of ale faster.
How is this so quick?
Come on, lad. Your metal.
Oh, dang. How is this so quick? Dang, I messed up a few times. Ow. Dang it.
Ow.
You beat me, mate.
Good effort, Tefder. This merriment feeds my soul. Here, another drink on me for allies new and old.
Another
Of all the elder men I've met, you are the most unburdened. What is your secret?
None. It is well known. The burdens I carry will soon leave this world with me. So drink to my life and death.
Death?
I am to be sacrificed in the Wicker
What?
Man as king of the harvest. Like Elderman Simkin before me and all before him.
Sacrifice.
Horrible barbaric practice. A burnt offering after poor crops. They hope well-fed gods will smile upon them.
What?
Your people are loyal to you, Kunan. Seems a waste to throw your life away.
Their loyalty would falter if I shirked my duties. I will die glorious in flame, not live to further choke my homeland.
A toast, then. To Elderman Kunan. Joyous and generous. Let each man show him loyalty until he suffers death.
My friends, you are kind to me. I'd like to toast my successor, Tefder.
Horrific
May he wear the
practice.
horns head high.
Huh. That's bad.
Weak. What is this? Water. I feel like Thor chugging oceans, no effect to my head or step.
You heard the woman. Give her something stronger.
This'll work faster than any tonic.
Good. Give me visions of all creatures that roam these hills, and the sore head tomorrow to pay for it.
Wow, that tastes awful. It feels good, though. Eivor, speak true. My feelings be damned. I have been an ass, do not deny it. And I, for that, I am sorry.
A colossal horse is ours, yes.
Soft words from a heartless heathen.
Only fiercer than fire among ill friends. I can be very as nice as a spring gale.
And how nice is that?
Not that nice.
Tevdir, with Gunnar and Bridget's marriage, our clans will unite. But we could join by oath as well.
Oh, yes. My first ally as Elderman. I accept. We shall make an oath. How do we start?
Yeah! The greatest oath and the greatest union! To the oath!
The treaty! The greatest!
Wait, is this official? Ally treaty?
Shh. People are sleeping. More ale to seal our friendship? This way. Look out for the black sow.
Sow, like pig.
Flaming pig. Chases you home at night. Silly words to scare silly children.
Ha! You see magic as the stuff of children's dreams.
Perhaps I judge too much. Truths I half believe. Foolishness sometimes takes my tongue. I have to piss.
A great blackness chases stars across the sky in great whirls of color and light. Whoosh!
Here we are. Right inside here.
What's up?
Tevdir! Tevdir!
Uh-oh.
Tevdir! Where are you?
Wait, what? What a weird edit. So this is what people did before internet, huh? Oh wait, people still do this, don't they? In a different versions? Different ways? This is pretty good. You got onto bed.
Hell's breath. What happened last night?
Whole day's missing. Oh, what?
The effects of that draft still cling.
Uh-oh.
Tevdir! Are you here?
Uh-oh.
Tevdir's bodyguard, killed by knife.
Oh no. Oh no. What happened? Page from Tevdir's journal. I am to be alderman. Came as quite a shock as I have made my interest in furthering my path and duty of Christ. The Father said that though my heart lies with the cloth here in Whitcomb, the Lord has need of me elsewhere. Heresy, devil worship, and heathenism plagues Gloucestershire. proper like locusts, I am to be the new shepherd, freeing them from the devil's bondage and leading the good people back to his side. I just hope they will be my willing lambs. Something ain't right. Something ain't right.
This pot has been broken, and it's covered in blood. A weapon, maybe.
Ivor, you've got blood in your hands.
Blood. Could be Tefder's.
On your hands.
If he was the heavy thing being dragged. Muddy footprints. Someone was hiding back here.
What's happened here? Open this door! Come out of there!
Why can I not look at this? Oh, I gotta break him.
Gwillem's pouch. I wonder if it still has his little something stronger. But why is it here? Better hold on to it. So, what does this lead to? The murderers hid here, lying in wait while we approached outside. They jumped from the shadows to kill the bodyguards and to disable Tefder. Then they dragged him away. That accounts for everything. Except Gwillem's pouch of herbs. I'm still unbalanced by Gwillem's special something. Maybe Mother Mordran will know the contents.
We gotta get out of here. Is there a better way out? Nope. Looks like everyone's sneaking everywhere.
There she is! What is the meaning of this? Blood soaking our soil, and your weapon coated in the same!
Conan, please. More has happened here than you can see. Give me a right to parley my innocence.
I should have heeded Tevder's misgivings about heathen party guests, and now he has paid with his life. With Tevder gone, Glowecester will be without an elderman. Eye for an eye. Your Raven clan will lose their chieftain. Get the murderer!
What?
Best go hooded here.
Maybe I shouldn't be killing people yet. Let's go find ways of proving our innocence. Wait, what is this about? Looks like we can't talk to them. Clues, clues. I don't feel like, you know, taking them on. Doesn't seem right. Can't even do that. Put your swords down. Put your spear down. Here we go.
Sunan, guide me.
Someone to talk to there.
There is Mordran, up ahead.
Hello again.
Mother, it's the friend of the mangled leg man.
Eivor, you remember?
Indeed. It's a surprise to see you. Is everything quite all right?
Hmm.
No, it's not. I awoke in Tefder's wrecked home. Blood, but no body. Cunan's men are after me for the lad's murder.
Uh-oh. Did you stab him? Mother, can I see?
Blood but no body? We must see what has happened to him.
Do you recognize the contents of this pouch?
A very unusual blend. There is a druid who uses this mix to aid sleep.
A monk called Gwillem poured some of it into my drink last night. The effects were intense.
Search the houses! Can't have gotten far!
Yeah, I don't really like the mask of this one.
If they know I've aided you, it'll be my head next.
Can you?
I've seen nothing and no one.
Mother, if the stranger wants more of the herbs, they can talk to the druid Halloween.
Yes. Halloween's cabin is on a lake, near where the Cherwell and Great Ouse rivers meet. But he is a strange fish. Rarely does he speak to mortals, preferring the company of spirits. Now, I've business at Rollindrich. Find me there later.
Thanks. Your child's a bit... It has morbid... views. That's a way of describing... Was there a person I could talk to there just now?
After midnight, Honton menace. There was someone here that had a dialogue prompt. Oh no, no, no. There we go. Oh no, it's just...
Terrible business. Poor lad.
I came as soon as I heard. Tefter is missing.
Murdered. By those visiting Danes, no less. It's true what they say. Soulless killers, the lot of them.
Lucky me. Was looking for you.
Oh,
Have
there's
some
contracts.
if you don't mind getting your hands dirty.
Nope. This is... Yeah, the Thousand Eyes. That's alright.
We're always looking for help, so come back anytime.
Thanks. I'm gonna go find that monk. Alright, we'll do this, and I gotta go. Gotta log out. I mean, finish up the stream. That's just the shop. This is all twisted, this place.
Cowpat poultices. Scientific.
What? Scientific. What is that? What are you? Alright, we'll do this bit and I gotta go. There must be a way of doing navigation in games like this. Like in terms of waypoints and point of interest.
Maybe like a glowing effect. Or a slow pulsing glow that isn't too annoying. I don't know if it'll work, rather than have a compass type thing.
Show me what lies ahead.
But it seems like the compass at the top is the cleanest option.
That must be the home of the druid. The fellow's land is peopled by men of straw.
Yeah.
Just as Mordrin said. Maybe I should disguise myself.
Ah. That's why we still have this.
Oh, Spirit, you have finally come. Days ago, a passing cloud foretold your arrival with droplets of sun-scented rain.
Sun-scented rain,
What
huh?
form of being are you beneath this guise of horse and bone? From the realm of the Fae? I know you cannot say. I press no more. Whatever you be, now you are here, the ritual may begin. Oh, but the men of straw must announce you with sparks. Ignite the sky to begin anew, here at the death of the season. Until then, I await you, giving thanks in the glen.
What? Am I to light these? Yeah.
Halewin said that the Wickermen must announce me with fire. Perhaps I should set them ablaze.
Yep.
Wickerman speaks. Now let them speak in chorus.
I need to throw it.
Another joins the throng.
This is gonna set everything on fire, isn't it? What?
Another.
Careful, sheeps. You've got treasures? Oh, there's a few, huh? Light them up.
Let there be cacophony. One more. One more.
What's in there? It's like old blues.
They roar. Do you hear them? A chorus of fire.
That should be the last one. Back to the druid.
Clues and riddles.
Speak to me, O wind.
I have come to ask you a single question.
Something about your demeanor and your physical manifestation now gives me pause. Are you truly a spirit of light?
I'm a spirit as any other.
Then prove it. You must know the depths of the world's mysteries before I will help you. Tell me the proper use of charms.
Very well. Ask your riddles.
Great, just great.
Which is the charm that weds souls?
Oh no.
Give me a measure of time.
Are you a spirit of darkness? If it be not so, come back and try anew.
What are these things he's asking me? There must be trinkets around his house that will help.
Yeah.
This dagger is placed upside down.
At Hemi dagger, upturned blade releasing the pass. Roundabout be the circle cast within the circle at morning dew. Death to the old, begin anew. What the? Oh no.
A hangman's noose, a knife, and the vile smells of poison. 3 ways to kill someone.
Threefold death. Lords and the lowly die a threefold death. A hangman's noose stifles the breath. A knife turns quick to mud. Drink from the well, you cough up blood. Oh, thank you for the follow. 0x45. Huh? I hope you're doing well. Drink from the well, you'll cough up blood. Wait, there's one downstairs. Wait, what?
2 ladles carved from a single branch. The grooves match.
Double spoon, the rise of moon, the set of sun. 1 is 2 and 2 is 1. Day breaks, they mend the cloth. Evening falls, they share the broth. Is this the one he's talking about? Love letter, another year of early blossoms. Have you sent them from your side? Always the soothsayer in life. I can see you keeping the gods as a captive audience on the other side. Boots has had another litter. Will be as rich in cats as we were in love. Sleep well, my beast. What? Is this someone who's... My beast? What the... Do I have to bust through that? I don't want to bust through his home. It's rude.
This symbol is one I've seen, carved into shields and headstones.
Celtic knot, gather the strands, magic bestow, to ward off the spirits of evil and woe. Tight, so tight, the circle is sealed, enclose us within the strength of the shield. Some sort of protection thingy. Any more? I think that's it. Oh, that's this one.
Their mouths are open, like they've been screaming secrets.
Soul skulls, tell me, my friend of the unbreakable bond. Tell me, oh friend, of the journey beyond. Speak to me, for speak you must. Speak to me, though your tongue be dust. What? Any more?
Be my eyes, Sunan.
I don't think there's any more. This is some mad riddle, huh? Oh, hang on. Looks like there's one in the distance. I see one down there. Oh, yeah. There it is.
Sunan.
Sabrina of Severin.
The statue of a woman, Sabrina, watches me from the water below.
The long river flows like her flowing red locks. She plays in the shallows and among the deep rocks. And if a maiden is in peril or lost, Sabrina will give her comfort and love. Opal. I know there's treasures there. But not... I don't feel like stealing that from him. Any more?
He may not speak to Eivor, but perhaps he'll speak to the spirit of the Merry Luid.
What? Uh-oh. I can't interact with him. Oh, my cloak. Whoops. I didn't even notice that.
Speak to me, O wind.
What's that bottle on the ground?
Yourself? If you are a spirit of light, answer me this. Which is the charm that weds souls?
Double spoon.
The charm of the double spoon.
I'm glad it doesn't have multiple choices.
Such that a wedded pair can sup broth together. Man and woman are made of earth, of water, and wind. Which charm clods the earth, dries the water, and stills the wind?
Oh no. Threefold death.
Threefold death stops life's wind, returns a body to earth, and renders water into poison.
Threefold death is the charm. Which charm protects from evil spirits?
The symbol of the Celtic knot wards off harm.
A secure knot indeed. Only one of light need not fear it. You are a spirit of light. Mabon be praised. Would you like some bread and cream?
No, just the answer to a question. This herb pouch made its way to Glowecester in the hands of a strange man. Do you know it?
Aye. A mix to help him sleep. I filled this very pouch. And over a dandelion wine, he spoke fondly of his home, Cuthladrin.
Cuthladrin. Very well. I thank you, Halliwyn. But this spirit has others to visit this harvest moon.
Go with the wind and leaves, good friend of the hills.
I thought he would say, shouldn't you know all this since you're the spirit?
Strange name. Meanwhile, Modron awaits me at the stones nearby.
Alright. Stones nearby. And when I get there, I'm just gonna park myself, save the game, and then I gotta log off.
Show me.
I remembered in Odyssey the puzzles. I think for it was related to the Sphinx and all that sort of stuff. That was really hard. Not really hard, but it was hard for me because I don't have good memory. I'm glad this one's just you don't have to remember stuff. Alright, that's it for now. Thank you anyone that's lurking or watching this on archives. I hope you all have a good day or night. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you all next time or later. Bye!